Shall we start?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yes. Very good afternoon, Nanda. First of all, I want to thank the Mannar Thirumalai Naicker College of Arts and Science to give this wonderful opportunity to me. I want to thank our, I want to thank beloved chairman, come correspondent, director, principal, and head of the department, and faculty teaching, come non-teaching faculty members, and uh, and Ms. Vanita ma'am also. Yeah. Yes. Today's topic is very crucial one. The role of AI in modern accounting commodity. Yes, because nowadays the AI is occupied the entire world. Without AI, it is not possible to do anything. So that's what we have to move into the AI. So in the earlier days, we have to done lot of work with the help of our manual work and rest of the things. But nowadays, each and everything comes under in the digital document. So we have to protect our document, and as well as we want to simplify our work. So that's why we have to use the AI. What is the ultimate aim of the AI? Because the AI is occupied into the every field. Okay, not only for education, apart from medical, business, like medicine, whatever it may be, the entire world is occupied with AI. So by using AI, just we have to compress our work. It means nothing but automatically it reduces our work with the help of the automation. So that's why we have to use the AI. So that's what the topic is, the role of AI in modern accounting come auditing. Yes. So what is mean by AI? So in case if you ask anybody what is mean by AI, they simply is called as artificial intelligence. Yes, what is my artificial intelligence? Because the artificial intelligence, it acts like a human being. Okay, just we have to give the command. Based on the command, it acts like a human being. That's what. So how can we incorporate the command? That's what very important. Yes, because it's a AI is the branch of science. It enables the machines come system as well as the human intelligence, like learning and reasoning, come problem solving, perception, attitude, and rest of the thing. Yes, nowadays there's so many different kinds of algorithms just we have to use to understanding. Say for example, I'm going to give one real-time example. Say for example, by using the sign language. Okay, nowadays the deaf and dumb using the sign language. Only the deaf and dumb can understand the sign language, but others they don't know about the sign language. That's what. Once they to do the sign language, automatically the text it shows what they are going to convey to us. Okay, it's automatically it's considered as a system. What are the gestures I to do? Automatically it converted as a text. So that's what that kind of technology has improved with the help of the algorithm. Yes, the AI is transforming the modern accounting come auditing by automating routine tasks like data entry and voice come invoice process like bank and reconciliation, and enhancing the accuracy as well as to enable the real-time financial reporting. Yes, in the earlier days we done so many things. In the earlier days we have to done so many things, but the each and everything comes under in the manual part. But nowadays everything is comes under the automation. What is the application of the automation? Once we enter into the automation, we have to focus into the accuracy. That is the first thing, and the second thing is nothing but time consuming problem. We have to avoid the time consuming problem. So that's why we have to move to the AI agents. Okay, yes, it improves it improves the auditing efficiency and anomaly detection as well as the risk assessment around 200, not only 100 but also the 200 percentage of transaction analysis. It moving to the towards the professional from the manual process into the strategic advisory role. That's what. So that is the ultimate role of AI. So the AI is nothing but it acts like a human being. Okay, simply it's called as it acts like a human being. Just we have to give the command to the AI. Okay, so artificial intelligence. Just we have to incorporate the command. Based on the command, automatically it executes. Simply it's called as AI. So nowadays all the content, okay, each and every content comes as a digital part. So just we have to secure our data. That's what very important. So that's why we have to use the artificial intelligence for secure purpose. Accounts. Fine. Accounts. It's a basic thing. Okay. So why need account? A account is a systematic chronological record in a financial transaction. So we know about what is my credit, what is my debit, and the ledger notes and rest of the thing. Okay. The each and everything is related to the accounts. In the early days, yes, related to the specific asset, liability, equity, revenue, or expenses, and etc. Okay. So we know about that, how to maintain the accounts and rest of the thing. But nowadays, what will happen? Okay, we moved into the tally. What is the aim of the tally? When we move into the tally, okay, so it's compressed or manual work. Okay, automatically it compresses or manual work. By using this, just we have to achieve so many things. But nowadays, we have to after that, just we have to the SPSS tool and R programming and rest of the thing. Okay, so by using this kind of algorithm, we can reduce our manual work. That's what. It tracks it to increase some decrease in item like cash or inventory. Yes, the ultimate aim of the account is just we have to maintain the inventory. So how many stock? Okay, it's the outgoing come incoming. That's what simply is called as inventory. Yes, in the digital context, it is a user profile with access the credential like username password. That's what. Yes, say in the early days, in case if I want to withdraw the money from bank and rest of thing in the sense they have to maintain the ledger. I want to give my account number. They have to check whether the account is belongs to us or not. Once they verify, they only then it is possible to withdraw the amount. Okay, but in the past 2 decades, what happened? The entire scenario is changed. They have to give the credit card, debit card. By using this, we can easily to withdraw the money anywhere, any place, come anywhere. Okay, so simply it's called a slogan. Okay, wherever you need on the time, just you have to withdraw the money from anywhere. That's one. Okay, but we can't imagine that. Okay, where we can't imagine how is it possible. So that kind of technology has improved day by day. At the same time, an account provides a systematic way to organize the financial information also. Yes, it's the best example. In case if I have the HDFC ATM card, it's a debit card. I can use into the ICICI bank. Okay, what will happen? Because the account number is merged, it's linked with the some another bank account. So account number and phone number is linked. Okay, I can easy to withdraw the amount from any kind of branches. That's what. Okay, so the account provides a systematic way to organize the financial information also. At the same time, it helps the business to monitor the financial activities like the income, balance, what are the incoming, what are the outgoing. So, for say for example, one day how many amount just I have to make some transaction, something like that. It's happened in the best example is the banking sector. In the banking sector, they have to use per day. Say for example, 25 to 2026. Okay, per day, what is the transaction is done? Say for example, like how many members they have to deposit the amount their bank. At the same time, how many members they withdraw the amount from their bank. Okay, finally they have to calculate the total number of amount per day transaction, something like that. Okay, in the early days, just we have to done in manual, but nowadays each and everything the scenario is changed because because there's so many softwares available. Just I have to give the one press button, enter button. What will happen? It shows the credit come debit details. Okay, so we can easy to close the account section. That's what. So they were the essential for preparing the financial statement and report. The final thing. Okay, so each and every day, final day, they have to submit the report into the manager. So they are it's a very essential thing. It plays a vital role. So that's why. Okay, the financial statements and reports. The account typically it's contained the come credit, come debit units. That's what. Okay. Once the 4 o'clock, the each and every transaction is completed. Just I have to press the enter button. It shows the what are the credit, what are the debit per day. Okay. So based on this, just I have to close my account details. Auditing, it's very important thing. What is mean by auditing? Why need auditing? Okay, so generally we know about the term auditing. Yes, auditing is nothing but just we have to make some verification. Simply is called as auditing. But the auditing is very important. Based on that only, just we have to identify what are the errors it's occur. Say for example, auditing is the systematic independent examination of a companies, especially in a financial sectors. Like they have to check your financial record and operational system, some documents, They have to ensure the compliance, reliability, accountability, and accuracy of the each and everything. So that's why we make the auditing. Okay. Once we completed the process or during the process, they have to make some verification whether the process is going to based on the particular thing or not. Simply is called as auditing. The auditing is applicable for each and everything. Say, for example, in the financial sector, in the academic sector, and the cyber security and computer science. Okay, it's a common term. Okay, we have to apply for each and every domain because the ultimate aim of the auditing is nothing but whether it's going into a appropriate plan or not. In case any deviation makes, just they have to narrow down the problem. That's all. Okay. Conducted by the professionals, it provides the stakeholders with the assurance in a financial report true and fair. Simply it's called a auditing. So once the auditing is completed, they have to provide the final report. It means uh, what are the flaws available, what are things they have to done in a proper manner, something like that. So connected by the professionals, the person, okay, who those who have the experience along with the proper certified professionals, they can only auditing the each and everything. Okay, but in case unauthorized person, in case unauthorized person is to access or otherwise to audit the any content, any kind of content in the thing, automatically it considered as a illegal thing. So that's what only the professional, the person who have the certified, they can only audit it. Okay. The key types it include the internal audit come external audit. Yes, the key types of internal audits for operational to improve come the external audit for the compliance. The external audit is nothing but they have to provide the authenticated. The what is the aim of the internal audit? The internal auditing aim is nothing but they have to improve the quality. Okay. Say for example, I'm giving you a real-time example, especially in academic part. Okay. In the academic part, as an academician, each and every day we have to done so many file works like NAC, NIRF, and ISO file, NBA file, and rest of the thing. Okay. So once we completed our file, as per our knowledge, the IKC team they will come and audit the file. Okay, because already they have certain rules and regulation. Based on the protocol, they have to check the file. Okay, so what are things the all we have to include in the file? What are the content just we have to avoid in that file? Okay, so just we have to maintain some protocol. Based on that only, just we have to segregate the file. In this case, in case any flaws or any deviation in the sense, they will give the instruction kindly make something like that. Okay, it improve our quality as well as it's improve our work to complete in a appropriate time manner. Simply it's called as internal audit. But what is meant by the external audit? The external audit is nothing but finally they have to provide the only authenticated whether it's a true or false. Then finally they have to provide the authenticated. Simply it's called as a compliance. Yes. So the auditing, especially in the commerce domain, it refers to the systematic examination and verification in a financial records. Yes, we know that because the commerce staffs as a commerce professions, we know about the just we have to make some verification and the examination to maintain the account come record, how to check each and everything. It's happened. The same thing, it just we have to apply into the corporate sector also. Yes, in a simple term, auditing means to checking whether the financial information is accurate or not. At the same time, whether it's a trustworthy or not, as well as we have to prepare that according to the accepted accounting principles and the legal requirements. Simply is called as auditing. We have to give the authenticator and accountability report simply is called as auditing. Okay, so that's why already I told the professionals as well as the certified authorized person they can only to audit the anything. Okay, either it internal auditing, otherwise it may be external auditing. Another important thing. So how can we classify? How can we differentiate the account come audit? Okay, yes, definition, objective, focus, nature of work, come responsibility, standards come output. Yes, the accounting and auditing, the process of recording the classify and the summarizing the financial transaction. Okay, just we have to Recording and classifying and summarizing the financial transactions comes from the accounting. Auditing is the independent thing. Just they have to make some examination, okay, to examine our account. It's an independent examination and verification of a financial statement related things. Especially, they have to focus to the compliance and the fairness as well as the accuracy. Okay, that is the major difference between the accuracy commodity. Okay, so the accounting is they have to focus only classify and summarizing the financial transaction, but auditing they have to check the fairness, accuracy, and compliance work. What is the ultimate motto? What is the objective? Yes, the when we use the accounting, it provides the accurate financial information decision making. Kindly note it down. It focuses to the financial decision making for compliance come reporting. But when we move to the auditing on the time, it expresses to the opinion on whether the financial statement present true fair view and the comply with the applicable standards. That's what because it shows the what are the financial statement to present and true fair view of the applicable standards. Just if they have to follow the any kind of standard procedure or not, it shows into the audit. So what is the nature of job? Yes, when we move to the accounting, it shows the day-to-day activity. Simply it's called as the best example is the bank. Okay, each and every day, what are the financial transaction? Like the revenue department. Say for example, I'm going to give the real-time example. Revenue department. Revenue department is nothing but the people those who have to pay the amount into the government simply is called the revenue department, like RTO office, EB office, and Tahsildar office, something like that. Each and every day we have to pay the amount to the government, simply is called as the revenue department. So the revenue like bank, a bank is nothing but we have a account. In that account, every day we have to make any kind of transaction, withdraw, deposit, something like that. Okay, but each and every day they have to close the account. Okay, simply comes from the accounting part as well as in the auditing. Auditing is happen only in the periodic level only. It either may be quarter off or off, either in a quarterly or off yearly or yearly one, something like that. It depends upon the protocol. Okay, 3 months once or 6 months once, something like that. Okay, because it's a periodic lecture, it's a periodic review. It simply considered as the auditing. So, what is the motive? Why should I focus that? Because the preparation of the financial statement, it shows the verification come validation. Audit is nothing but verification come validation. Just they have to make verification whether it's a correct or not. Then have to they validate. In case they validate, finally they have to produce the certificate also. What is the ultimate responsibility? What is the role? It's done by the internal accounts in the finance team. Okay, that's what the best example is nothing but banking sectors, nothing but financial sector. But I am going to give the real-time example is nothing but banking sectors by the internal accounts in the finance team. All is connected by the independent auditor. Yes, they have to say for example in a bank they have the internal auditor. The internal auditor they have to check the accounts day by day. It's happening into the accounts. But auditing that's what already I told whether it's happening into the 3 months, 6 months, something like that. Based on that, they have to check the what is the standard. The governed by accounting standards. They have to follow the governed by the accounting standards, but they have to following the auditing standard. What is the final report or output? The financial statements like cash flow, income statement, as well as the ledger statement. It comes as the output. But in a audit, it finally shows to the auditing report with appropriate opinion. Okay, audit report with appropriate opinion, like whether it's any deviations or whether it's a qualified or disqualified, something like that. It's happening into the audit. That's what that is the major difference between accounts come audit session. Fine. What is mean modern audit? So still now I explain about what is mean by audit, what is mean by commerce, what is mean by AE. Yes, another important thing. What is my AE? What is my modern audit? What is the role of EA in the audit? Modern auditing in commerce has shifted from the reactive come periodic checks to a proactive. Yes, the reactive finally is considered as a proactive, technology driven, and the continuous process. Okay, so the modern audit is nothing but it's a reactive come proactive, it's a continuous process. It's moved to the next stage, like data analytics, data analysis, come robotic process, come automation process, something like that. So in the early days, just we have to do the data mining. After that, big data. So nowadays we have to go with the machine learning come deep learning. That's what. Okay. So the big data is nothing but large number of data available. Just we have to suck what are the important content we need. Just we have to suck it, and rest of things just we have to neglect. Okay. So that is the big data. The data mining. We have to dig the data, simply something like that. The same thing has happened into the modern audit also. What are things we need? Just we have to check and audit. Finally, we can get the report. Simply, it's called as modern auditing. It goes beyond the traditional checking. Yes, the traditional checking is nothing but just we have to check in a manually from top to bottom. But the modern audit is nothing but what are things I need. That is the major difference between the like ChatGPT and Google. We'll say for example, when you search the one term like commerce, okay, financial impact of AI in commerce or impact of AI in financial sector. Just you have to type this sentence into the Google. What will happen? It shows to the related content. It shows the related links in. It shows it flash the related content. But the same term like impact of AI in the financial sector. Just I have to type into the chat GPT. It shows what are the exact content. That is the major difference between the traditional auditing as well as the modern auditing. The traditional auditing it follows the from scratch to destination, nothing but source to destination. But the modern auditing is focused to what are the things I needed. It's a focused only. Okay. The modern it also help to the identify the errors, frauds, and the illegal activities. Okay, so that's why we have to use the modern audit. It supports the governance and the appropriate proper decision making, especially in a particular firm. So that's why the decision making is very important. Okay, the modern auditing, especially, it induces the people to make the appropriate decision making. Attributes of AI in modern account commodity. Yes. So how can we incorporate the AI, especially in commerce commodity? Automation, routine tasks, high speed come data processing, improve the accuracy and reduce the error. Fraud detection come risk identification, continuous sequence auditing, and predictive and the prescribe analytics, pattern recognition. Okay, so automation and routine tasks. AI automated data entry, it invoice processing and reconciliation and bookkeeping and reducing the manual effort. So that's what already I explained about the automation. Okay, in the early days, in case if I want to withdraw the amount in the sense they have to check the ledger and finally they have to check the account, finally they can give the amount. But nowadays the entire game is changed. Just I have to swipe the card automatically I can get the amount. The another step, okay, that is nothing but GPay, okay, and Paytm, something like that. So it's a virtual currency. We have to transfer the amount from one account to some other account within a fraction of a second. Okay, it is a beyond the limit. The high speed of data processing, like AI system to analyze the large number, large volume of data of financial in financial sector very quick manner, far beyond the human capability. That's what. Like we have to use the good workstation along with the supercomputers. What will happen? It will calculate the each and everything within a fraction of second. Okay, because nowadays that kind of algorithm they have to improve, and the same time that kind of software that is enabled. So we have to improve the accuracy and reduce the error. That's what already I told. What is the ultimate aim of the automation? Automation aim is nothing but it provides 100% of accuracy and avoid a time-consuming problem. That's what. Okay. The machine learning algorithm minimize the human error and it calculation the record in the management. Fraud detection risk and it's very very important because AI identify the unusual patterns, anomalies, as well as the suspicious transaction using the predictive analysis. So we can't find which one is a suspicious link, something like that. But we need some awareness about that. Okay, only then it is possible because like any kind of festival, something like that, they have to share one suspicious link to us. Just you have to click that the link. You may get the 500 rupees voucher automatically 1,000 rupees added in your account in GPay, something like that. It's a suspicious link. But most of the people they have to touch that link. What will happen? Automatically your data will steal by third party. Okay, just we have to avoid. So we need some awareness. That's what. Okay, we need some cyber security awareness. So the continuous auditing or the A is always to make the continuous auditing and real-time monitoring in the financial transaction rather than the periodic audits. Yes. What is the difference between the continuous audit and periodic audits? Yeah, periodic audits they have to frame some protocol like 3 months once or 6 months once, something like this. That's what already I explained, like the it's a quarterly, half-yearly, or yearly one, something like that. Okay, all the time only I can find out the error and resolve the thing. Okay, but meanwhile, if I make the auditing in continuous manner in the sense, just I have to reduce the error day by day. So finally, I can get the full fledged of the product. So that's why they have to focus the continuous auditing, the predictive come the prospective analytics. Nowadays, the AI is a forecast of the financial trends like cash flow and the business risk and strategic planning. Yes, the just the forecasting is a very important thing. Like especially in a financial sector. Okay, if I invest the amount into the any share market, just we have to guess it whether it's give the profit or not. Just we have to make some guessing. We have to see in the four vision. Simply it's called a forecasting. The forecasting, the exact meaning is a probability mode. It may be or may not be. We can't predict. Okay, so that's what. Just based on based on some previous analysis, we have to make the decision making. It's a proactive and the perspective analysis. The pattern recognition. Nowadays, the artificial intelligence detect the hidden relationship into the financial data, especially for the compliance and in investigation. Okay, so what are the hidden data? What are the hidden data available in a financial sectors? Just we have to identify through the pattern recognition. So these are all the important attributes of the modern account commodity. Apart from that, what is the major application? Okay, what is the major application into the modern accounting commodity? The automated bookkeeping, invoice billing process, payable and receivable automation, expense management, bank reconciliation, and the fraud reduction prevention, continuous auditing, come risk assessment. Yes, the automated bookkeeping, the journal entry and ledger update in the account the classification. The best example is banking. That's what. In case if I have the credit card and debit card, I can withdraw the money from any kind of branch, come any bank. Okay, automatically it's interlinked. Okay, once I withdraw the money from the ICC bank, but my home branch is the HDFC bank. Okay, my parent bank is HDFC, but I can withdraw the amount from KVB also. What will happen? Automatically, amount will deduct from my account. Okay, it shows the within a fraction of a second shows the message. That's what is interlinked. Okay, it's an automated bookkeeping. Invoice come billing process. By using the AI intelligence system, just we have to validate the record invoice the automatically. Okay, accounts payable and receivable automation. The payment scheduling and matching in the collections. Expense management, AI categories and verify the expense from the receipt compliance. Bank reconciliation, AI match the transaction, deduct, and what are the major discrepancies available and resolved in the mismatches. It's very important. When I am going to audit on the time, it shows the exact result. Any kind of mismatch in this sense, again they have to audit, they have to recheck the all the transaction. Okay. Then fraud prevention come reduction. That nowadays so many algorithms available. By using just we have to identify the suspicious transaction and links. Yes, risk assessment come audit planning. It priorities to the high risk account and transaction. First of all, we have to give the high priority. Okay, but we have to give the high priority to the risk management. In a software level, just we have to check it down L1, L2, L3 up to L6. Okay, so L1 is the very low level, L2 is the next level, L3, but L6 is the highest level. Based on the priority, just we have to rectify the bug. Okay, the same scenario it will applicable into the financial sector, risk assessment and audit planning. The A is a priority is the high risk accounts and the transaction. What are the major benefits in modern accounting commodity? It's a efficiency, greater accuracy, cost saving methods, rapid data processing, improve the fraud reduction. Kindly note it down. Each and every slide they have to mention the improved fraud reduction and prevention, because nowadays that kind of okay fraud come the link suspicious link they have to enable by the third party people. So we need some awareness. So that's why okay enhance the efficiency. Automation of the respective tasks like data entry and the reconciliation, invoice processing, this plays a significant role to reduce the workload. Okay, that's what. What is mean by efficiency? What is by effective? Efficiency is nothing but how fast response. Because I want to complete my task very quickly within a stipulated time period. I just have to complete my work. Simply is called as efficiency. What is my effective? Effective is nothing but clarity of output. Okay, how can I complete my work within a fraction of a second, and how can I produce the result in a appropriate thing? So that is the enhanced efficiency come effective. Greater accuracy, because I have to produce the 100 percentage of accuracy, because some algorithms they can give the only 95 98 percentage of accuracy, but I am focusing 100 200 percentage of proper accuracy. Yes, because I have to avoid the human error. Okay, so classification, financial sectors, come maintenance, cost saving. So each and everything, the cost cutting edges is very important. What is the cost saving? Reduce the manual effort and faster processing, lower operation to the compliance cost. So the ultimate aim is cost cutting edges. Okay, whether it's need or not. Just we have to predict. Once we predict, after that only just we have to spend the amount. Okay, rapid data processing. Within a fraction of second, just you have to complete the data processing. The area is just we have to collect the data. Once we collect the data, after that only we segregate the data. Once we segregate data, after that just we have to plot the content in the appropriate thing. But nowadays the entire thing is changed. Say for example, when the people they are taking the census on the time, they have to check the data like how many male, how many female. After that, they have to check the criteria benchmark. Nothing but the people those who are eligible for voting above 18 years. Okay, something like that. How many people? Say for example, just to consider as a Madurai city. In that Madurai city, how many people are available? First, they will make some census. And once they make the census, after that, they have to segregate how many male come female. After that, they have to classify how many people is eligible for voting in a male, how many people eligible for voting in female. Okay, that is the data analysis. So nowadays there's so many tools. Say for example, R tool is the best example. Data analysis like Python. That is the best analytical tool. Once we give the data, automatically process shows the result. Okay, so it's improve the fraud reduction. Different kinds of machine learning come deep learning models to use to identify the anomalies, come suspicious transaction in more effectively. AI tools in modern accounting. Okay, like QuickBook and Xro. These are the different kinds of tools. Kindly note it down. Okay, kindly note it down. This is the AI tools to the modern accounting. The QuickBook. It's a one of the very popular accounting tool with AI part. Transaction like categorization and the receipt capture, come bank reconciliation and the cash flow and the compliances. Kindly note it down. The QuickBook. Okay. So nowadays they have to enable this kind of tool. We can use it to achieve. Another is a XO. It's an automation tool. What will happen? Automatically it will shows the result to us. Okay. Any kind of redundancy like duplication. Okay. Second time whether it shows or not. Okay. The XO. And the bot keeper. AI bot keeper, it's a platform is automated data entry and reporting. Because I plotted only in the banking sector because we can easy to understand. So that's why I plotted the things into the banking sectors. And MindBridge in the AI auditor. Yes, what is mean by MindBridge AI auditor? AI audit tool that analyzes the 100% of transaction instead of different kinds of sampling and catch the flag and what are the flag risks as well as the compliance risk also. Okay, MindBridge in AI auditor. Okay, because nowadays they have to develop the AI agent. Okay, by using the AI agent, we can easy to reduce the working hours. Automatically it shows the 100% of accuracy result. So that's why. Okay, then text receipt. AI for extracting data from the recipes, invoices bill into the OCR. So that's why. So these are the different kinds of AI tools. like Dex and Mindbridge AI, BotKeeper, Itro, and QuickBoo. Role of AI in modern accounting commodity. Yes. So still now I explained the different kinds of thing. What are the AI tools available for auditing and resorting? So how can we use in a smart tool by using the AI? Real-time financial report come analysis. It's very, very important because it's enabled the instant generation and up-to-date report. It provides the business owners a real-time insights in the cash flow because the big shots like any kind of financial transactions. Okay, already I explained to so many government offices. In that offices, just I want to monitor the cash flow. Okay, how is it possible? Because the real-time financial reporting come analysis and the predictive analysis come forecasting. Just we have to make the different kind of tool. Okay, like cash flow, shortages, revenue, and financial planning, and the inventory demand, something like that. Because simply just we have to focus into the one kind of four vision. Simply is called as forecasting. Okay, it's a 200% probability mode. We can't predict. It may be or may not be. Okay, so that's why it's a probability mode. The predictive analysis and forecasting. Fraud reduction come risk management. Okay, so the algorithm is continuously to monitor the each and every transaction to find out the different kinds of suspicious things like unusual activities and fraud in real time. It providing the better security than the manual auditing. That's what. In the manual auditing, what will happen? In the sense, so many human error is applicable. But when we move to the tool, it is not possible for error. At the same time, it shows the 100% of accuracy. We can easy to save our time. So that's why. Okay. The tax compliance commodity is very, very important because the automatically they interrupt the complex changing the tax law in the regulation. We have to ensure the accurate tax filing as well as the auditing. Yes, it shows the 200% of the transaction rather than the real income sampling. So the tax compliance commodity, okay, it plays a vital role in the modern accounting. At the same time, chatbots. Nowadays, there are so many, each and every company, they have to develop their own chatbot. In case if I have any doubt, just I have to plot out the query. AI response for the answer. Okay. In case yeah, I have doubt. So how can I fill this check? I don't know. Automatically it shows the result. Just you have to keep this something like that. Okay. It shows some result. Okay, so that kind of chatbot is developed by the each and every company. The ultimate aim of the chatbot is to minimize the work. Okay, at the same time, it should make our work very easier, as well as it's as like a very user friendly also. Okay, we can easy to learn. Say for example, I don't know how to fill this check. Okay, if I ask to the chatbot, how can I fill this check? It shows just you have to take your check, write it whether it's myself or to the third party. Then put the date, how many amount you needed. Just you have to fill that in the amount in a figure as well as the words also. Finally, put signature. Just you have to drop into the deposit box, something like that. Okay, that kind of chatbot is developed by the each and every private banking sectors. Okay, so because we can, that's it simply is called as a client service. Okay. In the early days, just we have to use the voice call. We have to made a call to the phone and restore thing. But nowadays it's eradicated. Okay, what are things we need within a fraction of a second, we can easy to identify the solution for that. Impact of accounting in a profession. Yes, the shifted from the transaction advisory, accounts are evolving into the strategic consultant. It focused to the entrepreneuring data to advising the financial strategy. It increased the productivity as well as the workforce evaluation. Yes, the automation of the predictive tasks free up time to higher value activities such as the interpreting results, complex problem solving, and building the client relationship. Kindly note it down. It's very very important to develop the client relationship at the same time to solve the complex solving problem such as the interpreting come results. Okay, so that is the ultimate aim to increase the productivity. Workforce evaluation, like workforce evaluation is nothing but to learn, just we have to incorporate with the other professions. Okay, by using the technology or by with the support of technology, with the support of management, like with the support of tool. Okay, simply it's called as a workforce evaluation. Like by using this, just we have to increase our skill as well as the data analytics skill. So that's why simply it comes under the workforce evaluation. Yes. What are the modern auditing tools available? The different kind of auditing tools are available, but when we use the different kind of tool, it used to leverage or work as well as the assessment into the 200 percentage, but it shows only the 100 percentage, but it's considered as the 200 percentage. Okay, like the modern auditing tool that leverage to the automation, data analytics, data analysis, and the AI intelligent technology, it improve the quality, efficiency, effective, come risk reduction, and data security and data privacy, and improve the quality of the auditing. Okay, so that's why we have to use a different kind of auditing tools. So we have to use a different kind of auditing tools. Okay, it produces the exact result for us. Data analytics come automation tools. It's an idea. It's a ACL, caseware working papers, teammate auditing management, and audit boards. These are all the different kinds of data analytics tools, like idea. Like idea, it is the interactive data extraction come analysis. It is used for data analysis, sampling, fraud detection, continuous auditing. Another is the case by working papers, the audit documentation, financial statement reporting. But nowadays they have to change into the manual part into the automation part. They have to share the each and everything to the digital content. Okay, not in the manual part. So they have to convert it as a digital content. Teammate auditing management. Widely its support for the audit planning, execution, and the workflow, smooth workflow of the management team. Okay. Then audit board, they have to produce the cloud-based platform to the internal audit, compliance, and the risk management. So these are the different kind of data analytics tools. ERP come visualization tools, especially in auditing, SAP, QuickBook, Power BI, Tableau, AI Power Audit tools. Yes, SAP. The enterprises audit, it involving the financial control, compliances, come transaction monitoring. We know about that. Okay. The QuickBook, it's auditing the small come medium-sized business accounts. Okay. So it's a very small scale industry, something like that. Okay. All the time just have to use the QuickBook. The visualization. We know about the Power BI, business intelligence. Okay, it's a visualized tool. Data visualization and the dashboard of the auditor. It's a visualization tool. And the Tableau, it's a data analytical tool along with the auditing report. What is the aim of the Tableau? It produces the appropriate output. It's a report along with visualized report. Okay, so that's why we have to use the Power BI come Tableau. AI is a continuous auditing tool. AI powered auditing tool used for risk assessment, reduction, predictive analysis. The aim of the auditing system is nothing but real time transaction monitoring. I will note it down, real time monitoring. And AI tool for modern auditing, supervised and deep learning for unsupervised. When we used the label data, non-fraud is available, linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, support vector machines. Okay. The ultimate aim of the audit uses fraud reduction, risk scoring, and error classification. Finally, note it down. AI algorithm used in the modern auditing is nothing but audit usage, fraud detection, risk scoring, and error classification. So just we have to use a linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, support vector machines, and rest of it. AI algorithm used in the modern auditing K-means unsupervised. K-means algorithm, DB scan, and auto encoders, and hierarchical clustering. Okay. The final result, it shows the outlier identification, unusual behavior analysis, and anomaly detection. Okay. The next thing is the deep learning. Deep learning algorithm in the modern audit. Okay. The artificial neural network, conventional neural network, recurrent neural network, and the LSTM network. The final result is document validation and transaction monitoring. That's what I plotted this diagram. Okay, we can easy to understand because most of the people they thought that the A is the computer science based tool. No, not like that. A is the common to all. Whoever it may be, we can use the tool. Okay, because the aim of the tool is nothing but just we have to compress our work, to iterative our work. Okay, just we have to make some smart work. So that's why we have to use these kind of tools. AI tools in research, okay, like the data analytics and statistical tools. That's what already I told, like R programming from Python and SPSS SAS tool. Then we got tool on Orange, Kimi. Okay, these kind of different kinds of tools in especially in commerce. Like by using this Python or programming SPS, SAS, market analysis, consumer behavior, financial trends, we can use to analysis. By using the Vega, Orange data mining, and Rabbit miner, we can use to analyze the sales prediction, risk management, demand forecasting. AI tools in commerce audit, okay, like ACL, IDEA, Caseware, Teammate. When we use these kind of tools, studying, auditing quality, detecting the irregularity of the control testing. The final solution is nothing but this one. At the same time, when we use the Power BI and Tableau, it shows the visualized tool along with the statistical data. Okay. Another important thing, AI tool for research come publications. Tools for literature review come discovery. Okay. LSIC, Research Rabbit, and Semantic Scholar, and the connected papers. The tools for reference come citation management. This is the some research tools. Manage your reference come citation, Zotro and Mendeley and EndNote and the PaperPad. So these are all the some different kinds of citation tools. Okay, for research purpose. Right. What is the research methodology come research methods? Okay, research methodology come research method. It focuses on to the tool to use the gathered data. It focuses the overall strategy. It involves the specific procedure and steps. It deal with the theoretical come philosophical understanding. Example like survey, experiment, interview, observation. It comes in the research method. Include the qualitative come quantitative and the hybrid. This comes under the research method. Kindly note it down. It's a hybrid thing. It comes in the research methodology. It's related to the practical aspects, related to the theoretical aspects. Subset of research methodology, it encompasses the entire research process. Kindly note it down. Research method is the subset of research methodology focus the entire research campus. Types of indexing, science citation index and expand, social science citation index, arts come humanities citation index, conference producing citation index, book citation index, data citation index, and emerging source of citation. These are all the different kinds of indexing. Why just I plotted this citation in the sense once we completed or each and everything based on a final thing just we have to go with the research. In that research we need some awareness as well as the knowledge. So that's why different kinds of indexing are available. So just I have to flash. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the insightful and enriching session. Participants, do you have any doubt? Kindly post in the chat box or unmute yourself.
Yes, please.
Dear participants, have any doubts? Okay, sir. As we move towards the conclusion of today's program, I request Ms. Kirtika, Assistant Professor, to propose the vote of thanks. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to our ma'am and principal for their continuous support and encouragement. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our resource person Dr. T. Velumani, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science at Platinum College of Computer Science, Coimbatore, for their valuable insights and informative session. My special thanks to our HOD and convener for this successful organization of this program. I also thank all the faculty members, participations, and the organization teams for their cooperation and active participation. Finally, I thank each and one of you for your presence that made this program a success. Thank you.
Thank you, Kitia ma'am. Thank you, sir. We come to the end of the today's program. Thank you for your active participation. Have a great day. Thank you for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you.
Velmani sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so
Thank you,
much.
sir.